Okay, Andrew,
Okay, Santee.
I got one for you. I call this one the Kirk Douglas.
How naked do I have to get this time?
Just watched a movie called Man Without a Badge, and he did this.
Oh, a gun spin. Oh, that's definitely what you were talking about.
Now, the trick is to let the holster tip the barrel up as you lower the gun, and that creates the momentum for the gun to spin. I just added an extra spin or two because, well, it's going pretty good, so why in tarnation not? Pretty cool, huh?
That is pretty cool. I will give it a shot. Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and NBs, and thank you for tuning back into St. Andrew TV, a cure for your Monday blues. I am your host, Andrew, and as you can see by the start of the video, we have a special request from somebody who is very special. That is Santee from the Arizona Ghostriders, and he reached out to me via Google Drive asking me if I could do what he calls the Kirk Douglas spin. I don't see why not, my friend. I will give it the old college try. However, I am going to rename it since you were the one who informed me that it did exist. I'm going to call it the Ghostриder Spin. So if everyone follows me along today, we are going to spin guns like a Ghostwriter. So as with all the fancy gun spinning tricks you see on this channel, the first thing that we do is we make sure that our gun is unloaded, which mine is. We don't practice these fancy gun spinning tricks with loaded firearms because it is extremely dangerous and it can leave you being severely injured or severely dead. But since my gun is not loaded, it is time to spin a gun like a Ghostwriter. And Santee did a pretty good job of illustrating what the proper steps are to complete this gun spin. However, my holster is still relatively stiff. It is meant to keep my gun in place. So the prospect of me pulling it out and sliding it back, tipping the gun around, and putting it back in my holster in one fluent motion is going to be a difficult task, but it can be done if the move is fluent enough. So Santee told you exactly what you need to do. You're going to bring the gun out of the holster and you're going to let the back of the holster right here tip your gun back. You're going to do one spin and then you're going to do a following spin, hopefully to spin it right back in your holster. Not too much to unpack in theory. That's pretty much everything with fancy gun spinning tricks. Everything is easy in theory. However, when in practice, it's a little bit more difficult, especially if you have a historically accurate California Slim Jim like I do. To slow it down, I'm going to cheat a little bit so I can get my finger in the trigger guard. You're going to tip it back, and back into the holster. You saw I even missed it, so not a very big opening, but that is basically all there is to it. So I'm going to do it from the front here. We're going to do it from the side like we do with all the fancy gun spinning tricks, and let's see if we can make Santee proud today. Just like that. Smooth. Tip the barrel of the gun back with the back of your holster. Bring it around, slide it back in. I would suggest doing this with a drop rig or a Buscadero rig because it is meant to be a little looser. It's meant for your pass draw competitions. You can still do it with historically accurate holsters. With that being said, let's move to the side here so you can see everything that's going on here. And I'm going to try to do this in one take. Something like that. I suppose you could probably do it over here and bring it around on like a cross straw. I suppose that's all possible. Santee actually did it with an extra spin where he tipped it back and went around the world a couple times and brought it back. I think it was something like 1, 2, 3. he did 3 spins or 2.5, however you want to look at the assistance from the back of the holster, kicking your barrel up. But regardless, that is how you do the Kirk Douglas spin. How he described it, or how I'm describing it today here, is the Ghostriders Spin. Thank you to him for reaching out. He was a big help because I don't know if I would have found this in the immediate future. So thank you, Santee, for reaching out and giving me some content ideas. I tried to run with it as best I can, and hopefully I did it well enough where you are what you would call proud. That concludes today's video of gun spinning like a Ghostwriter. Please leave a like if you've enjoyed today's video, or leave me a comment stating what you liked, or tell me what I should do next. I have a Patreon that is linked down in the description field below, or it should be appearing at the bottom of your screen right here. I do not take ads nor sponsorships here on St. Andrew TV to ensure that the content that you see is homegrown and grassrooted, and all the ideas are organic. So if you appreciate those types of qualities in a YouTube channel, please feel free to go over to the Patreon and leave a donation, but only if your means allow you to do so. The content on YouTube will forever remain free. By you liking, subscribing, and sharing these videos is damn sure good enough for me. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed as of late, but for those of you who have come across this video or this channel, maybe because you like Wild West content, maybe you just wanted to learn a new fancy gun spinning trick. Or maybe you're a Ghostwriter and also a disciple of St. Andrew. Let me know in the comments. Regardless, think about hitting that subscribe button, because you're a daisy if you do.